This is the Midwest Candy Sticks pepper. It's from Kansas. It's supposed to be a sweet treat, but it kind of looks like it could be packing heat. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Taste the Pain. My name is Boss, and today I am looking at a very cool pepper. This is the Midwest Candy Sticks F4. That means it's the fourth generation of a cross. The original cross was created by the Midwest Gardener. I've featured some of his peppers on this channel before. Great guy in Kansas who is doing some really cool pepper breeding projects all the time. So this one, if I remember right, it was a cross between a candy cane striped and carbachi, maybe, some other sweet pepper, right? So this is supposed to be a sweet, delicious pepper. The ones that he's grown looked a little bit cooler than mine in that the plants were variegated, green and white leaves, and then the peppers were also striped. So he had green peppers with kind of white stripes on them that ripened to red, and along the way they kind of turned orange and had orange and brown stripes, and they looked really nice. Mine didn't have those stripes, but it did have a beautiful color. The plant itself, no variegation, as you can see here. It grew to be about 1.5 feet tall pretty fast. I grew it in a smaller pot, so I didn't expect a huge plant. It looked like his put on 25 plus pods per plant, so mine had at its peak about 10. It was just recently destroyed in a terrible hailstorm that ruined my garden. I've got a video on that. I'll remember to link below maybe, but nonetheless, I harvested these before the plant got destroyed. So they ripened this beautiful kind of deep red-orange color that I really like. I think the shape is really nice. They've got a little bit of variation just in what the overall shape is, but for the most part, they're kind of little hooks. They look like the Nike swoosh or something. They've got nice little tails on them. That's why I'm wondering, like, did they maybe get crossed with something else in this previous generation to have a little bit different shape? His are straighter and longer and striped than mine are, but nonetheless, I think the best way to find out what this is like is to just slice it open, take a look inside, and then give it a taste. Let's see. Okay. Pretty hollow looking. Does have some gnarly looking seeds in there. These are, I picked this like a week and a half ago, so it's possible that it looked nicer before I let it sit for a week and a half. Not a lot of membrane in there. Medium walls. What was that? Medium walls. Smells good. It actually does kind of smell a little hot, so let's find out. Midwest Candy Sticks. It's time to taste the pain. Or not. Okay. So it does have that super sweet flavor of a candy cane striped. That's nice. Good crunch. It's not so thin that it's like flimsy or just feels like skin. There's enough texture and enough meat there to make it an enjoyable chew.
Yep.
Okay, that's really tasty. I do wish that my plant had the stripes and the variegation because that would make it even better. Cool looking peppers, cool looking plant, great flavor. The sweetness is not overpowering, but very present. It is like an orange bell pepper kind of flavor with a bit more kind of tropical sweetness on top of that. So a little bit of candiness. Very similar in flavor to a candy cane striped pepper. I don't notice any like unique standout, oh, that's really tart or that's really sweet. It's just well balanced, delicious flavor, zero heat, pretty good pepper. I'll grow this again next year. I'll have to replant everything for next year, but that's fine. This is one that I want to see. I'm going to go back to the same set of F4 seeds rather than planting seeds from this pepper. I want to find that gene line that has the striped pods and the variegated leaves. So that's what I'll be looking for. Overall, final verdict. The heat on the Midwest Candy Sticks pepper is a 0 out of 10, but that's expected. It's meant to be a sweet pepper. Very, very good. Flavor-wise, like I just said, very, very good. This is about a 7 out of 10 for me. It doesn't have any truly standout, like, unique flavors, which isn't a bad thing, right? Sometimes unique isn't what you want. It just has a very nice sweetness with a little tiny bit of a tropical flavor to it, a little bit of fruitiness. No floral, no bitter, really nice pepper. Good balanced sweet flavor. Garden worthiness, I'm going to give it a 5 because I want to try it again. Mine didn't turn out as pretty as the ones that the Midwest Gardener grew. And so I want to grow back from this previous generation seeds, see what I can find next year. Maybe I'll be even more impressed with a great tasting pepper that also looks super cool. That would remind me of like the okapi pepper. That's one of mine. But no, very glad to get to try these out. Keep an eye out on mattspeppers.com. That's where I got these. He has been helping Midwest Gardener distribute the seeds for his creations over the last couple of summers, so he will probably be opening a shop up later this year. For now, that's it. Be back for another episode of Taste the Pain soon, and remember, plants help us grow.